What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick from Empollege, and we're back at it again with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about how we can have a sort of personal success and how I was able to pass three of the hardest classes in my degree program at once. Let's get right into this video. Hey guys, it's your boy Nick. So just for your information, I am creating a course. I know I've been putting out videos that I feel like have been pretty helpful for a lot of us, but I'm creating a course that will be a lot more extensive. I'm going to put it in the description below. Sign up for that wait list so you can get all the empowerment all in one place. So let's get right into this. So something to note about college that I learned while going through it is that college is not all about learning. Yeah, it's a majority about learning, but there's a bigger aspect that is missing that I have seen in college. College is a lot about networking and learning how to interact with people, because these are people that are going to be mostly professionals in the future, and specifically in your degree program or more closely in your classrooms. These are people that are going to do the same thing that you're going to do. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are getting with people, networking, so you can get the most out of college. So now, to be able to pass three of the hardest classes all at once, what I did is, this is two parts. I'm gonna explain the next part in the next video that I put out. I was gonna just do in one video, but I felt like it was gonna be a very long video if I tried to do that. So this is the first part of that. So the first tip is to be best friends with the professor. Not necessarily best friends where it comes to unprofessional, but best friends so you can understand how the professor works, how the professor grades, and to get like breaks from the professor, right? Because if you think about it, if somebody randomly asked you for money on the street, you wouldn't necessarily be as likely to give them money as you would be to give a close family member that you've known for a long time. So it's about building that relationship with your professor, because this is the person that actually knows all the things that are going to be on the tests and how to grade tests and what are going to happen to you when it comes to grading and homeworks and all the works, right? So you should strive to be on a first name basis with the professor. Not meaning that you're going to be calling the professor by their first name, but they know your first name, right? The way to help with that is to actually go to their office hours. There's been many a times where I ended up going to the office for hours and I would be like, ain't nobody here. All I see is crickets chirping, I guess, at this point, right? So you want to go to the office hours, because this is when you get to ask questions. Don't just go for some questions to understand, even asking about how they got into the field, how they got into teaching, just to build that rapport with your professor so that you can ask more questions. And when you do inevitably get something incorrect on a test, unless you're just perfect the whole time, which I was never, you can get the ability to get an understanding for what's going on and even get breaks. There's been many a times where I went to the professor and literally it was like things that I didn't even think I should probably get points back, but I was like, it's fair enough to ask. I'll get like half the credit for it. And I'm like, well, if I did not go and the professor didn't know me, they would probably not have given me anything. So it's good to be able to go there and talk to the professor and be like, well, this is my understanding. This is why I did what I did. Now, could you help me out? This is mostly I was in engineering, so I did a lot of short answer questions. So that gave me a lot of partial credit to be able to boost my grade up even by the slightest, which if I didn't ask, I wouldn't have got it in the first place. So it's really good to know that, right? And they answered that question and you're able to build that rapport. And if you are on a first name basis with your professors, it's gonna help you out just like watching this video. So you should smash that like button so you can keep getting empollaged. And don't forget that link in the description below that will get you on that wait list for the full course that will go in depth on how to get out of college without having to pull all-nighters. So let's continue. The next relationship you want to facilitate in your army is a relationship with the TA. So the TA is the closest one to the professor. Sometimes the professor isn't even available, so you got to use the resources that you have. And something bonus about the TAs are typically people who have already passed your class with a good amount of grades, so they understand what it takes to pass the class, and they're most likely professionals in the industry already. So this is great contact for going into the professional world if you can just garner some information from them. And the next branch of your army should be your classmates. Your classmates are going through the same struggle you are. They probably are stuck on the same questions you are. So having a little bit of a study group or study partners to be able to help you helps a tremendous amount, because you're able to either learn from them or they're able to learn from you. Because there's been many a times where I've gone and my classmates have asked a question that I didn't even know was on a test. I was like, man, how did I forget that? How did I miss that? And then they're able to either teach you, or the same thing could happen vice versa. And they're able to help you as you help them in the study group. Warning though, not all classmates are made equal. Some classmates are there just to pretty much, they don't know what they really want to do. They want to waste time. So you want to end up with classmates that actually have the drive to learn, because you don't want to end up wasting your time with people who don't actually care about the class, who don't care about any of that's going on, because that's not going to help you in the long run. So you want to surround yourself with people that are really dedicated to learning. Now, in the next video, I'm going to teach you how to use your army effectively and grow yourself in college where you don't have to be pulling all-nighters. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how to use your army effectively and build yourself so you don't have to pull all-nighters in college. So see you in the next Empollege. Don't forget to leave a sub.